Welcome to the dungeon.
Like the other night, I was sitting, like, rocking back and forth in my chair, and I was like, I can make it talk. It's like, what emotion would the chair make if it was angry? And I moved, and it was like, how about sad? I can't get it to do it.
How about fart noise?
Do it.
I can't get it to do it now. It doesn't want to talk.
It doesn't emote.
It's like that Michigan J. Frog guy.
So that
Best
thing I was telling you about earlier in Japan, China.
That's racist, Joe.
My wife is Asian, so I can say whatever I want.
That's true.
He's free to say anything he likes about the Far East.
That's true. But in China's been cracking down on funerals because they've been hiring strippers to go to funerals, which is really weird.
Well,
for us.
You have to give the backstory of why they're doing this.
Well, back in the day, my wife told me this.
She didn't really tell you that.
I know she didn't, but
She might have.
But they, what they would do was the more people that show up at your funeral, the higher honor you receive, or the dead person does. And they used to do like operas and plays and musicals and that kind of thing. Well, sex sells, so they got strippers.
Yeah.
And
It's like the new opera.
yeah, these people are very popular, I guess. High honor for them.
Yes.
But
Wait, they have like celebrity strippers?
I don't know. That'd be really
Oh
weird.
man, that'd be amazing.
Man,
Is
that'd
there
be
such
weird if,
thing
like-
as Chinese celebrities?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
imagine there is.
I feel like they'd have to have some sort of like pop icons.
But, like, that'd be weird because, like, or I would assume, I've never done it because I've never had to, but, like, if you can call, like, a place up for, like, how you can order strippers, and you're like, well, this is the fee for a bachelor.
Yeah, like what's the going?
Like, do they have, like, a thing set up for funeral there now, too? It's that popular?
Strippers are people too, Ryan.
That's true. They're just trying to feed their families. Not maybe.
So, yeah, that's some interesting things. Does anybody else...
Well, Ryan had something cryptic he wouldn't tell us about.
Wait, what was it?
I don't know. Joe knows it, but I don't know it.
That's kind of part of the news. We can talk about that later if we want.
Do you have any, like, other non-game related news? Kind of like the Chinese strippers?
Related news.
Yeah, do you know anything else about these Chinese strippers, Zach?
Tell us about the adventure book that you were looking into.
Oh, I don't know. If anyone knows, eventually you can tell me. But I was trying to find this game book. They talked about it on like a podcast before, where you are playing as like a shut-in. I forget what the actual like term is in Japan. Like there's a certain like slice of society that does this. But like you could eventually like stay in the room. I think one of the endings you can leave, but I think like most of them end up with you like killing yourself or something. It's just dark and weird, but I don't know what it's called.
I mean, I wonder how that would play. Like, what would you do?
I don't know.
Look at stuff on the internet?
Probably. Like, I can't imagine what the options would be. Like, do you keep staying in your room? Yes. Page 62.
If you want to lay in bed all day, go to page 5.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to lay in bed half the day, go to page 7.
Well, we all know they usually hack the internet in animes, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Kind of like in Eden of the East. The guy,
that guy
pants.
with his pants.
Yeah,
just blow away. He's like, never leaving again.
Yeah, I can't leave because I have no pants. Forever.
And then he sacrifices himself.
Yeah, he gets hit by a car.
Yeah. I forget why that happens, though. Like, he definitely sacrificed himself, but he's like, ugh, car.
What is this in?
Eden of the East.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Don't watch the movies, though. I mean, I think one of the movies is good.
The first movie is. The other ones are just kind of like, why?
Like, this should have ended already.
Yeah. I think it's like a reveal another guy's like, I also have a plan to,
Save the world. Not really save the world.
Yeah.
Change the world? Was that what they're supposed to do?
Like,
make it different.
Yeah.
Get a super cell phone and then...
It wasn't even to change the world. It was just like, here's 70,000, do something.
Yeah.
And they were, what was like the antagonist going to do? Like nuke the planet?
They're going to nuke something. and I don't know.
They were going to
why.
nuke like Tokyo, and then he had arranged it to get everyone out, but had made himself forget.
Oh yeah, because he had his memories erased.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. Like every single character was like, "Yeah, I built a hospital and then I erased my memory." Like, okay.
Good story. And then there's that one lady that she's like a serial killer.
Oh gosh, I forgot about
Cut
that.
off
That's been a long
junk
time.
or whatever.
That's true.
That's pretty weird.
I mean, that's one way to save the world.
Yep.
Yes.
So we're going to actual gaming news.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, Joe.
I
think you have some stuff.
Well, you can go ahead and talk. I need to pull it up real quick.
Oh, well, Joe knows something about this too, but I guess recently has to do with Steam. They've decided that mod makers can now charge for mods.
Oh, I've seen some of these.
Which would be fine, except for the way that they're going about it. Because there's all these really weird caveats about it. And
Yeah, I was on 4chan today on the V.
oh, dude, the Chans are freaking out.
Dude, they are so mad. I saw a picture of I think it was a dead goat in a pool, and they were just saying, "This is what PC gamers have." I was like, "Wow."
I saw one for Skyrim that looked really interesting.
Yeah,
What was it, Zack?
Realistic horse genitalia, $100.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, they've already had problems where people will go to Nexus, which I guess is, another place where you can get Skyrim mods. Take a mod from there, put it on Steam, and then charge money.
Oh
They've
gosh!
already. I mean, and this just happened yesterday. That's when,
Yeah, it just happened.
yeah.
Okay.
And they've already got
been
people
calling
doing
it a Gabe Gate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some images, but I didn't really know what it was.
That's his name, right?
Oh yeah,
Valve
Gabe.
guy. Yeah, Gabe. Yeah, Gabe Gate. That's what they've been calling it.
Yeah. And it's really weird that Valve would do this. They spent all this time building up a pretty good, reputation with everybody, and then,
Yeah, let's flush it. Bye.
Steam was not well liked when it started for various reasons, but they've built up kind of good relations.
They're pretty big names now. I mean, they have their finger in every single pie.
And then they want it in the modding pie.
What happened to their video game consoles or whatever?
They keep advertising that controller that they're supposed to be making, and it just says coming soon. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Oh, speaking of
it seems like they outsourced their program or whatever to different developers, and there's several different Steam consoles coming out or something.
You can actually try the Steam OS.
Huh.
It's kind of buggy.
Yeah, I would imagine, because even the app and the stuff on my computer.
Have you ever
out.
Have you ever used Steam in full screen mode?
The big TV, big screen.
Oh yes, yeah.
I guess that's what the OS is kind of like.
Okay. Speaking of controllers, I like that video Joe sent where it's Bloodborne with the guitar.
Oh
board.
yeah,
that was awesome.
There's this guy on Twitch who plays games with notoriously bad controllers. I think he did. He had some weird configuration where he played and beat Bloodborne with a Guitar Hero controller, which is the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also, I was reading, he also did one where he did, I think it was Dark Souls or something, but he did it with the Donkey Kong bongos or whatever.
What? How do you even do that?
I don't know. It's some outrageous
it's gonna have only four responses.
key configuration or something.
Those aren't even four. You'd have to. Have
I know,
he
rigged it up somehow, but I don't know how that worked.
Donkey Konga.
But yeah, the Steam thing's pretty funny. People on 4chan are funny.
I don't know. I really when I first heard about it, I was like, that's cool. Mod makers can get money if they want it.
Yeah,
but there's
people are going to abuse it.
There's so many problems with it. What if you download a mod and it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Valve says that you have a 24-hour period within, that you can return it and you get your money back. But the thing is what if you download the mod and then the publishers or the devs of the game, release an update to the game which makes the mod break. Now the mod doesn't work and you've paid $5 or $10 or $100 for something that no longer works. Or what if you download it, and it works until you download another mod, which makes it not work.
Good point. And you already paid money for that.
Yeah.
Point.
I mean, like donations. Like, why not just have a donate button?
Yeah, I mean,
that's how mod people have been doing it,
and it works.
The modding community has been doing it.
Sometimes it works too well.
Like, and I see a whole bunch of people talking about, it's like, well, this is a better business model, but it's like, who honestly mods games?
Right.
For a business model.
There's
a couple people that do, but when they do it, they have like a Patreon setup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so they're like getting paid monthly, and they usually produce like high quality stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And you only get 25% of the money. Valve takes 75% and splits it between them and the developer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Then it was talking about between them and Bethesda, like, you would have to make $400 before they would send you $100 of that.
Oh.
Wow.
That's cool.
Mm. And that would, I think, only been at the end of the year.
Oh, I also saw a thing where you have to spend like $5 on Steam in order to be like recognized as a human or whatever.
No, that makes sense though.
I know that
they were having problems with people like spamming with like positive reviews. Mm. So what it is you have to buy something on Steam before they let you rate games or do anything like that. So it prevents people from like making 100 accounts and then
eBay style.
Mm-hmm.
eBay.
Does eBay do that too?
Oh yeah, especially like the Chinese stores will be like, we have 5 billion reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant they had the thing where you had to pay money.
Oh no, they need that.
Yeah, they do.
That'd be a good idea.
Maybe they will now that PayPal's dropping out or whatever.
They're dropping out?
Well, yeah, they're not supporting as of like sometime this year that PayPal is dropping out of eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought.
And then eBay is going to have like their own.
Doesn't eBay own
thing.
PayPal?
I think it might be the other way around.
I think they were partnered. They have their own.
They're like partners.
They have PayPal. They're not. They have like eBay Credit or something.
Yeah, and then like PayPal has their own stores too. Like you can just go to stores through PayPal and buy stuff.
Yeah.
Back to the Steam like mod thing. There's an image floating around, and I don't know if you've seen it, Joe.
Is it a dead goat?
No, I haven't seen that. You've obviously seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I return to it frequently. All this is like they're not even talking about it anymore. They're just trying to debate like what it actually is. Like they don't know if it's a goat or a deer or a dog. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
That brings up something else which I can talk about after this. But like there's a picture floating around of like a mod page where it says, please upvote this, or if you really like it, you can donate by clicking, and then it just says link removed. Oh. So it looks like Steam is removing donation links. Any outside way of doing it. Now, I've heard that that's actually an old image, and it might not.
Okay.
It might not have anything to do with this.
That's pretty low.
But yeah, if they're doing that, that's
not cool.
That's
they
not
gotta
cool
get their cut.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like. And then they've got weird stuff like if you have a mod that's free, other people can incorporate that mod into their mod and sell that.
What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Just even the 75% thing is enough to be like, no. Man, I don't know.
I mean, look, see, because what's going to happen is you're going to end up with it's not going to be used eventually. It'll either go crazy and you'll get really stupid stuff like how DLC is now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or it will just get to the point where nobody will even use it. And so the fact that you can have like paid for mods won't matter because nobody will pay for a mod. Like I wouldn't pay for a mod.
I don't pay for mods.
Like I might, if I like a mod, maybe I'll donate. But that's after I've played it and liked it.
And enjoyed it, yeah. Know that it's good. I'm not going to straight up pay for something that may not work.
Like I used to do a little bit of modding and stuff and textures for like Minecraft, and I wouldn't ask people to like pay me $5 to look at what I have done. It's like that's
it though.
That's dumb. Like that decision does not make sense. I mean, I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm. This is fresh news as of right now. When you listen, it may not be.
Yeah.
The storm may have passed.
In the future, Steam doesn't even exist.
In a time before
time.
Okay, I have a few pieces of news. This one's not. I mean, you can go in as far as you want, but there's probably not much out about it right now. Square Enix announced Star Ocean 5.
Oh.
And it's going to be out for PS3 and PS4.
Huh.
So it makes me think that
it
was already developed as a PS3 game, and
Probably.
they just kind of bumped it up.
They know when PS3 is going to end, or
I don't know, because I mean, I talked to Matt, and Matt just got a PS4, and he thinks that the PS3 is still going to be around for a long time.
Well, you know, the PS2 wasn't discontinued.
That's right.
That's
that
true.
long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, even 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago was when they finally got rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, Star Ocean 5. I don't know. Have either of you played any of the Star Ocean games?
I played Second Story.
I played a little bit of Till the End of Time, but
Ooh, well, that works out quite well. I've only played one or two of them. I don't even remember their name. I didn't beat them, obviously. But Star Ocean 5 takes place between the Second Story and Till the End of Time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It will be set on a planet named Fake Lead, 6,000 years from Earth. 6,000 light years from Earth. And they promised a seamless real-time battle system.
Ooh, seamless.
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know.
It just makes it kind of sound like it's an action game.
yeah, an action
Well,
RPG.
yes, that's how the second one was. I mean, you could just like roam around and.
But like, didn't you like have to run into enemies and then like it went to a separate screen?
Yeah, but
maybe
it was like an active battle mode.
Right.
Like your characters can move about the field and do different attacks.
Yeah, but within a limited area. Like
Yeah,
from the way
right,
that like the
right.
seamless thing makes it sound like it's just going to be like, here's bad guys, hit them.
Oh,
You know
like-
what that sounds like? And it probably isn't, but that sounds like an MMO kind of deal.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Seamless,
Yeah, that's that.
seamless real time.
like Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah.
like maybe like that. Well, maybe not quite like that style, but yeah. So that's one thing. And then this is something exciting for somebody who like Ryan, who really enjoys the Grandia series, at least the second one.
Uh-huh.
There are rumors that because Game Arts, the companies that produce that game, has released a survey asking about Grandia and if there's a fan base for it.
That
and
means they're gonna do it.
and possibly, make another game.
Well, they've made a ton of Grandia games.
But yeah, but there's going to be more.
Well,
But they also did. They also asked about Lunar. Did you guys ever play any of those games?
I had it, but I
No.
don't think I played much.
I remember
of it.
playing.
One of them's pretty rare on PS1. I know that, or was.
I remember playing. Didn't they have one for Super Nintendo? I feel like there was. I may be wrong.
Possibly the first.
Lunar 2 was the one that I had. And
It's on PS1, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're talking about that, and then they also did the Ragnarok series, like Ragnarok
Remember that
Ragnarok.
one?
Ragnarok Odyssey. And those are PS Vita
Odyssey.
games.
Oh.
It's kind of like a Monster Hunter clone, from what I could tell.
I remember hearing a lot about Ragnarok Online a while ago.
Mm.
Like that was a thing. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's related.
That's kind of. I don't really know anything about it, but those are a couple like little things. But this is big news. I think new Pokemon movie announced. Have you heard about that?
What?
No, I haven't.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
They
real
just
quick.
released like some new ring something.
Yeah, like he's the new.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's the Pokemon in the game, or not the game, the movie.
What's his name? I can't remember.
Hoopa. In the Class of Ages. That's the name of the movie.
Hoopa and the Class of Ages.
Yeah.
Remember when Mewtwo was around? I liked
Yeah, he was good.
Let's see.
I miss
They
him.
meet a new mythical Pokemon called Hoopa. He uses his magic rings and can summon a manner of things, including other Pokemon.
You can summon Pokemon.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like what's his? What's he do? Like why?
I'm not even sure like what type he is, but like you can probably find the trailer real easy now. But he's just like he kind of looks like a genie or something.
Isn't his like super form like something genie?
I think it might be. But
Wait, do you have it?
here's an
I
image
think it's
of
like
it.
something like Jin is like
Yeah.
his
Oh.
super form.
Yeah, but like,
I remember seeing that somewhere.
it makes me wonder if they're gonna release it for like on the DS for Ruby.
I thought they said he was going to be like a downloadable thing on Ruby and Sapphire. I'm pretty
I
sure.
really don't like those event things. I'm not.
Yeah.
I like them if I know about them,
Yeah.
because then I get them.
Mhm.
But they don't. I mean, at least to me, they don't advertise it well.
They're just like, it's a
Or
Toys
if
R
they
Us.
do, they're in Japan or
Yeah.
only in certain parts of the United States.
Right.
Like, you probably don't, maybe. Shaman, the little, hedgehog Pokemon,
Right.
green
Yeah, the hedgehog.
transforms. Nobody will ever get him now. All those events are gone.
Yeah.
You can't get him a legitimate way.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of funny because Wonder Trade, which is kind of sketchy a lot of the time.
It's gotten worse.
Because of the Pokemon that I've received. I got a level 100 Jirachi. I think it might have been shiny, which I don't think that exists in real
Well,
life.
it
But
could,
I have
but that's
one.
really rare.
I think his name was Goodnight. I also got a level 100 Snorlax. That was shiny, and his name was Your Mama.
Yes, yeah.
Kudos to whoever did that.
I Wonder Traded with a guy whose, shout out line was, Zubat has Pokerus.
Yeah,
And I got a Zubat with Pokerus on it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he had a whole bunch of those.
Huh.
It was just,
And you don't just catch those.
no. That has to happen.
Yeah.
Or you cheat it in.
Right. And it makes me, if I ever did, a Pokemon tournament, it always makes me worry that they would see those Pokemon and be
I remember
like, well,
that.
you can't do
I
that.
remember that was always a problem, even in the first couple of games. Like at the tournaments, you had to turn in your cart and they'd have to check to make sure they weren't hacks. But there's there's very easy ways just to do it so it looks legitimate. But
Yeah.
Well, all you have to do is make sure the stats are balanced.
Right.
And then they don't know any moves that they can't learn.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But, Zach, did you have any news?
trying to think.
Just to point out, I've never.
Not really. I
participated
was
in
pretty
a
excited
Pokemon
about the new tournament
Me
game
neither.
though.
Oh, yeah. I heard that on the Retronauts podcast. They mentioned that there was a Kickstarter for a new torment, Planscape torment game. I didn't look into it, but
I think that's actually gone through now. I might. Be
yeah, I think it's been funded. I think they got $4 million.
The only thing I'm worried about is them not being able to use the license names.
But I mean, if they got funded, I mean, they probably had the backing of D&D,
Well,
or maybe
Wizards of the Coast killed it. They're like, no.
or maybe they.
They killed Planescape.
Well,
And
they might have used some of that money that they raised to go towards licensing.
Yeah, it's possible actually.
Yeah,
Because there's so many races and monsters.
Or they might actually just be, a sub thing of Wizards in there.
It'd be interesting if they owned the Planescape setting, but it's so tied to everything else in the D&D universe. It'd be I don't know. Maybe they have the go ahead to do it. I don't know.
yeah, maybe they
It's
did.
possible.
I don't know. I have one more piece of news, and I kind of want to go off of what Zach was talking about with the Kickstarter stuff. But GameStop has announced that they will start taking in old games again, like PS2. And,
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
really old games too,
Right.
like Super NES and things
Huh.
like that.
yeah, they're going to start accepting those again, and then selling them.
Really?
Yeah,
Sure.
Because disc
Triple the
replay is
price.
nixed anything old. They're just trying to dump everything.
I don't get that because I mean, you just get a million of the same game.
Yeah.
Look at all these Xbox 360 games. Did you ever want?
Do you want 300 copies of Gran Turismo on PS2?
Do you want MLB 2011?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
2 or whatever. But that's kind of neat.
That is cool.
I seriously doubt, the way it is now, I seriously doubt that I'll ever go to a GameStop and find something that I've been looking for a long time.
Yeah. It used to be good back in the day before they...
Yeah, before games were worth any money.
I remember when GameStop was Babbage's.
Babbage's
was
great.
awesome.
Yeah, they had a lot of good stuff.
The other cool thing back in the day was when video rental shops would go under.
Yes, you just walk
Those
in
were
and
the
Oh
best.
man,
I'm
I
gonna
remember
buy all these.
there was a
Yeah.
local place, and you might have actually been the one that drove me there, Joe.
Oh yeah.
That went out of business.
Oh, Hollywood Video.
Yes. Yep.
So we went there, and it was
The
geez.
Last Remnant.
The Last Remnant.
Something like that.
Bought it 20, not that much.
It was $10 or $15.
$10 or $15. Bought it.
Didn't work.
No, I took it home, opened it, looked at the back of the disc, and it's just nothing but scratches.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's pleasant.
And we couldn't take it back because they weren't open.
They were closed
Yep,
because that was their last day to be open.
Oh, man.
And the person who sold it to me had to know because I watched them turn the disc over and put it in the.
Yeah. They're like, I don't work here anymore.
They had to know.
Last day. Speaking of which, what was I seeing? Sonic Adventures. There's like a rental version that's like super rare that you could basically only get from like video stores going under. It like doesn't have a bunch of stickers on it. It's like super rare. Yeah, it was a rental copy only.
What makes it so special?
Because it was only for rental at like Hollywood Videos or something like that. And a lot of them got really wrecked because it was a rental copy.
Right.
It's basically just to be like, yeah, I've got the rental copy.
I'm a collector.
Yeah.
I play this on this unopened Dreamcast I also have.
Yeah.
I really like Sega and Sonic. I love Sonic.
Sonichu.
Josh, we're not going to go there.
We do not speak its name.
Other board game. Temple of Elemental Evil adventure game. Pretty excited about that.
What's that? Tell us about it. Oh, is that the new D&D game?
Yeah, it's
and
like...
you can supplement other...
Right, it's in the same line as like Castle Ravenloft and Wrath of Ashardalon and Legend of Durist. The Temple of Elemental Evil is like a really classic like module, which I'm glad they're doing like modules. Because I didn't really like Wrath of Ashardalon was just kind of like, there's a dragon in a mountain, go get
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, the first one made sense because it's like Ravenloft, which is like a setting.
That's the one I played that one with you. That one was fun.
Yeah, Ravenloft's
like,
cool.
It's like really slimmed down Descent.
Yeah, yep.
Which is awesome because like Descent was like a little too complicated for me.
Yeah,
to be
a
like
lot of setup and
right.
And like we were playing with like Omar, who doesn't really board games. Yeah. It's like what is going on?
Yeah, like nobody knew what was going. I was like the evil overlord or whatever, and like everyone's like, "What's going on?" And
like you had to pick
Oh, was that the one where somebody plays like the person in charge of the dungeon
like,
and everybody else goes through it?
The thing I liked about that game is like you were trying to kill the players.
Yeah, it's definitely like
fun.
It's like the dungeon master versus the players.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that didn't work out very well. I've sold that game.
Yeah.
But
and now you can get a Star Wars copy.
Because Star Wars is coming back. Everything.
I mean, it's been back. I want to get that.
I don't know if it really ever left.
It didn't.
No.
Not really.
No.
I think it kind of did like after the original movies came out. They're like, hey, those were good movies. Yeah. And then it's just kind of like.
Oh, you look, an animated series, and then a computer animated series, and then.
They did a bunch of video games. Like LucasArts continued to make games, and then they started like remastering them or whatever.
When I think LucasArts shut down.
Yeah.
I heard that there were like employees complaining that they never got to make any other games besides Star Wars anymore. They owned a whole bunch of other properties, like they owned Monkey Island.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. I think they did Indiana Jones.
Definitely made another one,
didn't they? They did Indiana Jones like adventure game, didn't they?
Maybe
for computer. Yeah, it was like a point and click adventure or something.
Awesome.
But they had like they had a couple. They also did like they did Grim Fandango too, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they did.
Weird.
They might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, and then they also talked about this other game that they did, and Tim Curry did the voice of this. New Orleans like Cajun. I don't. What do they call like the people?
Cajun?
No, they're not like Cajun people.
Creole?
No.
Swamp people.
Swamp people. Yeah. Tim Curry as a swamp person.
I don't know. That's probably racist.
What movie is it? What is it?
I don't know. It's just like some like detective game where Tim Curry played this Louisiana man.
Tim Curry.
He was like the.
That's like the last person I'd cast to like do a
like a bayou kind of.
I can't even imagine. I kind of need to see a sound clip.
Yeah, we'll find one after this.
Oh gosh.
That reminds me of that game that like from the 90s. Did you ever play Ripper? It was like futuristic. Christopher Walken was in it. As a police detective chief guy.
I've seen footage of this, yeah. And like Night Terror and stuff like that.
But yeah,
What's the?
what were we talking about?
Oh, we're just doing news. I think we're pretty much done with
We have
news.
moved out of.
Yeah.
We're in the funny area
Yeah,
Funny.
of space.
funny stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more that. Oh, no, maybe
What was it?
Star Wars Armada. I want to play that.
Armada.
It's the tabletop miniatures game, except you instead of like doing.
But
like
it's not X-wing.
No, it's not X-wing. It's this new thing. You pilot like Star Destroyers and stuff, and then you have like little fleets that you move around the board.
But it's not like that flight path system.
It's a different kind of flight path system. Like there's, you know how they do it in X-wing, where it's just like you do this space and you do this space, and it's just like basically a straight line, or like you kind of curve, or you turn around, or basically stuff like that.
Right.
But this one, it's kind of the same thing. They take those, like say like you want to go forward, so they have that piece, but then you also have like a dial. And then it which is connected to another piece. You kind of like set trajectory.
Okay.
And like it just goes around.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I still want to play it because I just like Star Destroyers. I like big, like...
I would play a game like that
battles.
if I could control my movement. Like, I hate, like, I don't know, like, that's, like, floating around, not really knowing where I'm going to end up and, like, where I'm facing.
Kind of like Mercs.
Yeah,
exactly.
just like that.
Here's your card. This is how you move. Like, that's
gosh.
so weird.
Like, it's kind of a good idea, but in reality, I don't know. Playtesting has been like, man, this kind of doesn't really work.
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes if they had people playtest those,
Mm.
or if they're just like, "This is a great idea, do it."
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, some games they playtest a lot, and there's still a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But,
New Star Wars Battlefront was announced.
isn't, like, the space battles, like, DLC or something?
Probably. Like, I don't think they even included it or something. I don't really know.
It's like, no.
And then Total War Warhammer.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
I'm going to play that.
Yeah, I don't really like RTS games, but you put
Total
Warhammer.
War doesn't have to be an RTS.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Like-
not. It's not really an RTS. I mean, it kind of is, but
Like, you can even just have the game auto battle for you, but
that's boring.
yeah, I mean, mostly it's like kind of like a territory control, and you make units.
Yeah.
Like you have a churn.
It's mostly territory control, really.
Total War series is pretty good. I like the Japanese one, Shogun Total War.
Oh, I have that.
Total War Europe's pretty good.
I only played a little bit of it, though.
Oh no, there's like a new one, like Shogun Total War 2, I think.
Empire Total War came out a while ago and then didn't do good. Very buggy, I guess.
The battles are always buggy on those games. I don't know why. They
Yeah,
never-
like, I played a little bit of Total War Shogun.
That's it. That's why I stopped playing Shogun 2, because there'd be like glitches where you couldn't get into like a castle to attack. You'd just be outside, and you couldn't just end the battle. So you're just like stuck. It was
Like, what happened to me was like, because you know they had those scenarios, and it's like, do this. It's like, okay, and I do that, and it doesn't tell me to do anything. So I'm like, well, let's go kill some more guys, and I do that. And then it's like, wait, you need to do this first, and then I get surrounded.
Yeah, that's I've had that.
Why
problem.
is this happening?
I had. I don't know. It was a Total War game, but it was like set in England, like in the Middle Ages. I don't remember which one it was.
Was it Europe Total War?
No,
Or Rome Total War?
No, it was the one that came out after Rome. I want to say it was.
Yeah, there's been so many. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there has.
It's like a Genghis Khan. There is. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, like you know, when you do your first battle and it's like, this is how battles work. Do this. Do this.
Yeah,
And so I would go to like one step, and then I'd be like, well, I guess I do something now, and then it'd be like, no.
yeah, like
You're doing it wrong. You have to do this first.
I don't know. Maybe we're just RTS noobs and we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't really like playing RTS.
Like they used to be real simple.
Yeah, like StarCraft.
Like, yeah, just like drag all these guys,
Yep.
go here, attack. Okay.
The first Total War was kind of like that.
Yeah, sound clip of Space Marine going, oh, that's the stuff.
Right closer so I can hit it with my sword.
Yeah, good stuff. Is there anything else? I feel like there's more happening.
I wish Mordheim they'd finished that, but that's a different story.
What's that?
Like Mordheim was like Warhammer Fantasy, but it's like skirmish style, and you had these gangs, and like the city, like it was like an alternate, like kind of, I think it was an alternate history where like Warpstone had like corrupted the entire city, and like most people were dead, and they were fighting over the city. But they have like a demo of it, but it only has Skaven and like I think some Bretonnians.
Rats.
Yeah, I think there's some cultists too.
Tight.
Yeah,
I enjoy.
it's like a skirmish thing.
I enjoy
That's
those
pretty cool.
things.
Do you want to talk about what happened with Warhammer
Oh
Fantasy?
yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Oh shoot! I
Warhammer
just
Fantasy.
downloaded an episode of 11th Company that was talking about what happened to fantasy, like in detail. But I'll give a glossary of what I've heard. I haven't actually looked further into it, but like they had this kind of like end of fantasy where they were like ramping it up, and all the gods were appearing, and you'd get the figures and these epic battles. But then like chaos just kind of like overruns the world, and they have to like basically blow it up to stop them. And so they just like ended fantasy like entirely, from what I've heard. And they just like ended like all the long running series like Gotrek and Felix and everything like that. But then everyone's like, really? Like what do I do with my models now that you destroyed the universe? And they're like, well, there's parallel dimension created where it's another planet with less of the armies and some are combined, so you can still play. But then Mantic Games, I saw they were jumping all over it. They're like, come play our game with your models. Do it now. Like, they were, like, hitting hard. Like, they betray you. Come to Mantic.
That's kind of... Oh, speaking of which, that reminded me of another 4chan picture I saw. It was Gabe's head attached to a Chaos Marine. It says, pray to the God Emperor. Which was, I thought it was pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a thread on
Purges.
over on 8chan's V that I was looking at the other day, and it started out talking about like what was it, Spore, and how bad Spore was. But then like halfway through the thread, it developed into this really intricate discussion about classical music, and then it just kept going like that. And I was like, whoa, this is like, you don't expect that.
I just looked up the game where Tim Curry plays detective or whatever. It's called Gabriel Knight.
Oh,
that was a
I've
series.
I've heard of that game.
That's a 1993 point-and-click adventure game.
Yep.
It also had Mark Hamill in it.
Yeah, he was in the Wing Commander games too.
Yeah.
Oh, Wing Commander. Those are amazing too. I watched those cutscenes.
But yeah, I mean...
That game should probably get an HD remake.
I don't know if they can. I don't, because of the videos.
Oh, true. Just reshoot them.
Yeah.
I think Mark Hamill's kind of old.
Tim Curry doing... Wow, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, man. Good stuff. Well, I guess we can... I think that's enough news for now. What have you guys been playing lately? Zach, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Advance Wars 2 and doing some videos of that.
Tight.
I don't know. It's like an old friend.
I saw those
I did
videos.
bash the last battle I did, but I was too lazy to do again.
CoffeeGrizzly on YouTube.
CoffeeGrizzly.
Which has a funny inside joke, but we won't talk about that.
I'll reveal that at a later date, listeners.
Because they may be listening.
They might be. We'll talk about they later,
The
too.
Illuminati.
No, Ryan, what have you done?
And now I'm
Uh-oh.
dead. Yep.
Excuse me, NSA. I apologize. Do you hear the helicopters? I hear the helicopters.
Yeah,
That's
Ryan has super hearing.
Yeah. I want to play. I want to get the Sorcery game books on iOS. Also, they look pretty good.
Don't they? Isn't that like a? Yeah, I've seen.
It's like a spin-off of the Fighting Fantasy books.
Those
that
are
Steve
pretty
Jackson
cool.
did. Yeah, they're pretty good. I've read some of his book, like the Warlock of Firetop Mountain.
Don't they have a? I think Steve Jackson might have done one. That's like you like talking to robots, basically. Like you have a robot and you're like teaching it how to do things.
That might be like there's all kinds of game books that the Fighting Fantasy series isn't like all fantasy. Like some of it is like there's one that's like Road Warrior, and like And then he has the whole Car Wars series too, which is its own thing.
That reminds me. That game, Faster Than Light.
Yeah.
They're releasing a game. I don't know if it's the same developers or not, but they're releasing a game that's basically Mad Max. Like, it's instead of like having a spaceship, you have like a convoy and stuff like that.
Oh, that's kind of a cool idea.
I will play that game.
I was thinking you were going to say like Faster Than Sound, and you had like a flying like air carrier that it's basically the same game but reskinned.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. Mod.
Pay for it.
And other things that I've been doing. Let's see. I was reading Evangelion Angelic Days, which is, I don't know, probably not going to finish reading the whole series. It's okay.
Is that the one?
Shinji.
What's the alternate universe?
Yeah, it's like the alternate universe. Because it's like funny to see them in the context of being like a normal high school romantic comedy type thing.
So like, does it like vaguely follow some kind of weird
like it
plot
starts
line along the same lines with just stuff changed?
Yeah, like they're all in the same class again, and their nurse is.
Go ahead. I have a question to ask after you say this, but
go ahead. What's supposed to?
What's Rin like?
Rin.
Like, how is she like a character without like
they're just like completely normal, which is weird. Like she's completely normal. Like her main tension with Shinji is that they're like going to school. But she's like a transfer student. They like run into each other and they knock each other down, and he sees her panties, which is a classic plot thread, of course. But like she gets to the class, like, "Oh, I saw her panties! Oh no!"
Nosebleed.
Yeah. That's like the main conflict is that he's seen her panties, and then yeah, I don't know. It's really strange, but they're like normal. All of them are normal. And oh shoot, what's trying to remember what the kid's name. It's like the 13th angel, I think. What's his name?
I don't know.
Is actually like a human. Like looks like a human.
A human.
Like he's just like normal, but he's just kind of arrogant and a jerk.
Tight.
Everyone's like, "You're a jerk."
I just figured what they would do is they'd take like the exact same plot of Evangelion, just remove the robots, and then just like convert everything into like high school terms. Yeah. So like you'd have like, that organization which. I'm forgetting the name.
Nerve.
Yeah, C's.
No, Nerve.
C's
is
C's is in Persona 3. You'd have Nerve or whatever, just be like the student council. And then
it's funny. Like Shinji's dad is just like
a principal.
He's like he's just like normal, but like he doesn't say anything because his wife is like really nice and like runs everything. So he just like sits there, it's like menacing. But no, they still have the robots. I don't know if the angels get into it, but I think it's more of like a very like normal mech high school story, which is really weird.
Okay, so they still have the mechs.
They have like a mech basketball game.
They've like hinted at it. It's like, I had a dream about the Evangelion, but I don't know what it is yet, but you all know. I don't know.
So, Ryan, what have you been playing?
Let's go to you first, Joe.
No, let's go to you, Ryan.
Let's go to Joe after Ryan.
Let's see. This week, I have found my gold gaming account password and re-downloaded Masters of Magic.
Yes.
Which, what really seems weird, and I guess it proves the fact, when people say, how easy video games have gotten in the past few years. I remember as a kid, like as a stupid kid, I wasn't that smart, being able to do awesome at that game. Like, I could conquer both dimensions, because there's 2 dimensions.
Yeah, Underworld rules.
Just, I mean, do fine with it. But, like, now, it's like, I can't even, like, you come across an elemental, and I can't beat him. And, like, I'll come across this village of big people,
I feel like if
and
I
can't defeat those guys. And
I feel like with that game, if you had, like, a manual or something, like, you'd figure it out, because, like, the matchups are what really kills you.
I never had a manual for it. I never had that, if it came with one.
Maybe just
even if
figured
it did
out.
come with one, he couldn't read it because he wears a blindfold all the time.
I'm blind.
No, you're not.
Yes. Anyways, but, I mean, I suck at it now. I don't know what it is.
I played it. I was doing okay. I forget what race I was playing as, but I had giant, like, war turtles. But then, like, some army came in and just wrecked my face.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being able to play it on hard, or I guess there's not really difficulties per se.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Maybe.
Oh no, it's by what race you pick or something like that.
That determines the difficulty.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I remember, like, being able to, even when I was up against, like, tough opponents, I could at least, hold my ground and then slowly do it. And then get more heroes on my team and name them after the teachers in Harry Potter.
Of course.
Because why not?
Why not?
And I can't do that now. It's weird. It's like I've lost the ability to do turn-based strategy very well.
The problem I had when I was playing it was like knowing like how to like I'd build up all of my cities too much and I'd run out of food and resources. Mm-hmm. So there's like a very fine balance on like what cities you build up and like what buildings you make in each town. That was what was killing me.
What always gets me still and got me when I was younger too was like unrest would build up. Like
from like raising your taxes, keep paying to feed them. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I mean, it's a lot harder than I remember it.
Yeah, like those, like, civilization, like, building up and funding and stuff like that. Like, I'm just not very good at it. I have an endless space game on Steam. Uh-huh. It's really cool, and I really want to play it and be good at it, but I just don't have enough time to sink into it and read, like, the book that it gives you before you play.
Yeah, you really have to know what you're doing getting into games like that.
Because I used to be able to, like, games have gotten a lot more complicated, and I used to be able to just, like, pick up a game, like, oh, let's play this, and I play it, and I know how to do it. Well, now it's like, you pick it up, and like, I'll figure it out. You don't. You just kind of do some things, and then run out of money, or get attacked.
Like, you say that, but, I mean, thinking back, some of the older games would have weird, like, tricks and whatnot to them that they would not tell you, and yet we'd still figure those out somehow.
I don't know. Maybe our grown-up brains have...
Yeah, I mean, maybe we've devolved because games have gotten easier.
I feel like RPGs, like older RPGs, are a lot harder.
Oh yeah, dude, ones. They don't tell you anything.
Like they were talking about Baldur's Gate and like how there are just certain areas where you just walk into it and you'd be insta killed.
Yeah, like here's a bad guy.
But like
be careful next
the only
time.
new like thing in new RPGs is like you have to like know what build you're doing like going in is like the main thing,
which is kind of annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I'd rather just experience the game, but if you don't do it right, then you're just kind of like
I can't beat this game.
I mean, like Elder Scrolls kind of fixes that where everything kind of levels with you. Uh-huh. But then even that, I mean, that causes problems later on too because everything becomes too easy or too hard if you know.
That's why I like games like Borderlands, because you could just re-stat all your skills, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, there's like certain games where if you like don't do your build right, like Dark Souls or something like that, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. Or you can do what me and Ryan do, and we don't really care about what we're doing. We just anytime we play it, there's like stats, abilities. I'm like strength, every point in strength.
Everything to strength. Just pick a stat and then put everything in
I feel like that would probably work. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Even if you put it like endurance or whatever, like you'll eventually whittle that other person down.
Yeah. It definitely works sometimes.
Yeah.
See, I played that, and then I was gifted from you, Joe. You gave me Talisman. And I've been trying to figure that out.
Talisman is very hard to figure out in the beginning for some reason. I don't know why.
Even with the constant like text bubbles.
Like they tell you like what to do, but then it's like this isn't working.
It is like like it's just like what?
Or like the text bubble will bring up something that isn't going on at the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, and if this is happening, you can do this. But it's like, but that's not happening.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Why don't you have a tutorial level where everything happens exactly?
They do have one. I think it's called Prologue. But I think it's like a separate thing though.
Oh.
Like you have to download it separately.
Oh,
it's like a demo that they did, something like that. But I
remember like trying to get to the second like area on the map. I couldn't figure that out for the longest time. Like,
it's hard.
Well, and you have to like specialize in like one of the stats, or you won't win the game. Like you can't like diversify. Or
you have to be like you can't be balanced in that game.
No,
you either like have all strength or all magic or whatever.
Well, like there's that Colossus or whatever you have to fight, and it's on one square on the board. So I figured
there's like multiple ways to get in there, but some of them are very hard.
I just figured don't go to that square, and
unless you have a bunch of strength
because the game says there's other ways to get in besides fighting him. So I found that gate, and I picked the lock on the gate. As soon as I went through the gate, Colossus fought me.
Yeah, like
Now,
you pretty much
it
have
doesn't
to
tell you that.
Yeah.
I figured since he was like 5 or 6 spaces away that he didn't have anything to do with
And
what
you
I
have
was
to
doing.
fight him every single time.
No.
No,
You don't? I thought you did.
There's-
if you like get ferried across, then you don't.
Yeah,
have
there's
to,
a
or-
boat. There's also a magic way to get there.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Uh,
only way I've ever gotten over there.
You can get like a wizard.
If you have
to
enough
do it, I
strength,
think.
like it's no big deal at all. Like if you're like
But,
the fighter
I
or
mean,
something.
it's just going to take forever to just like bounce around the outside board.
Yeah, and then the game could drag on forever.
Yeah, it
depending
does.
on what's going on. Like it can take a long time.
Or like I got an axe,
Mhm.
and the axe allows you to build a raft, which lets you cross the river.
Yes, yeah.
But it doesn't tell me how to use the axe to build the raft. Like, so I'm sitting in a forest where there's wood, and I know I have to be there because it says on the card.
Oh yeah, you have to like actually trigger the card. Don't
But
you?
it doesn't tell me how to trigger the axe to
Yeah.
use it in the
There are
forest.
some items that like I don't know.
And it's weird because you can like buff your character too.
Yes, yeah. There's like a bunch of
after you-
items and
like,
things.
You can get like rune stones too, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you beat the game,
Yeah,
then
there-
you'll receive like a rune stone, or you
Yeah.
can even pay for them. I
yeah,
think.
you can buy them, but you can turn them off, which is what I do because I'm not playing online with somebody that's like
Right.
weirdly min-maxing these rune stones, and they like I don't know, they don't add much to the game. They just make it weird.
Yeah, I have only gotten one because I've only beaten the game one time.
I've beaten it a couple times. It's easy with like the wizard. Oh, not the wizard, but
The
the
fighter.
fighter's super easy.
Yeah.
Troll's pretty easy too.
Yeah, I like the troll.
Yeah, I was playing as
Sorceress is pretty good too.
I was playing as the wizard because I was like, or no, the priest. I was like, well, I get to
Priest.
heal more often, and you get a spell each turn, I think.
Yes.
Or you start with a spell.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to the spells. There's like one
the s-
spell that just wrecks people.
But the spell I started with was like, when you cast this spell, neither you nor anyone else can cast a spell until your next turn. It's like, well, what kind of crap is that?
There's one that's like a counter spell. That's awesome. I love that spell. There's another spell that just like wrecks somebody. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played it.
I don't know. I just remember like at one point in the game, I was just targeting my opponent to like knock them out. Or
And
whatever.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just-
you could,
you just-
killing them's a lot easier than getting through the whole
You,
thing. And then,
you sit there, and I mean, I get why there's no visuals, but you sit there, roll the dice, peace moves.
Lots
roll
of
the
rolling.
dice, peace moves.
it can be a long game.
I wish there was like an animation or something with it.
There's
I mean, even when you play Magic,
yeah,
Magic
like a little-
the Gathering, there's still like fire effects and
Yeah, there's something.
things like that.
It looks
going on.
good.
The problem I have with that game is I've gotten into there's like 2 or 3 times where I got into like some sort of condition where neither person could possibly win. Like it was just like stuck. Like I forget what the deal was. Man, I don't know. But there's a 40K version now.
Oh yeah, it's
Talisman?
called Relic.
Dark.
It's called
Yeah,
Relic.
Relic. That's it.
hmm
I would get that to play as an Eldar. I would do it.
So Ryan, anything else?
Oh, there was a game I was looking at the other day that looked cool, and I can't remember what it is now. I was going to bring it up. I don't remember.
Oh,
I just remember thinking, this is neat. I don't have money.
Classic Ryan.
Classic move.
Classic
He
everybody.
does
in
this all the
room.
time, listeners.
Yes, listeners.
Vaguely hints about things.
Like people listening.
Well, I stopped playing Earthbound.
Well, we didn't ask you what you've done yet.
Okay, well,
I did telepathically.
What did you do
Continue.
this week, Joe?
Well, I stopped playing Earthbound because I don't have time for it. I've been playing Final Fantasy X, and
You went from Earthbound to Final Fantasy X.
well, I was kind of playing them both at the same time.
There's disgust in Ryan's voice, listeners.
But
you
I
probably
can-
didn't see that.
Well, you can't often see sound.
That's true.
But yeah, so I was trying to play both at the same time, and I realized I couldn't do it,
Yeah.
so I stopped.
I've never
But-
played Earthbound, but I heard it's very grindy.
It is like, yeah, you have to grind a lot.
I won't do grind. Like I like the idea of Etrian Odyssey, but I'm not grinding for like multiple hours.
Yeah.
I don't. No maps, please.
But yeah, I'm at the final boss in Final Fantasy X, getting ready to beat that, and then I'm going on to my next adventure, which is Final Fantasy 13.
10-2. I thought.
No, 13.
10-2.
I do have
Dress sphere.
I do have 10-2.
I can't believe you didn't get some of the extra stuff in 10 though. That
I mean, I still can. They're all side quests.
You don't need to.
You don't.
actually you can't get some of them.
Which one?
You can't get Anima.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can. You can go back to the temples.
You can do that now?
Yeah.
You used to not be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Whoa.
International version.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Pretty sure.
That had.
I may be wrong.
Well, I mean, that also had all those bosses, extra bosses and stuff in it, too.
Yeah, but I mean, I just played it to beat it. I didn't play it to, like,
You
get
played it to
everything.
experience the story.
The
Right,
wonder
right.
that's
The wonderful,
10.
Which I'm going to talk about later.
wonderful story.
I also have been playing Oregon Trail on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
JBobo89 on YouTube.
Ryan already betrayed the party.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. He just shot me.
No, you got bit, buddy.
Like right away.
Yeah.
Not right away.
And then all you did was depress everyone
Yeah,
with your
you
tails.
did,
in the
you did
past.
that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like in the first 2 seconds. Ryan reminisces on the past.
Everyone is very somber.
For those of you who don't
Whoops.
know, Oregon Trail, it's Organ, and it's a zombie remix of Oregon Trail.
Pretty clever.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Good name.
But, side note, Ryan is also the trader in every game that has a trader mechanic.
It's true.
Every time.
I don't even have any choice most of the time.
Yeah, no, you don't.
It's just innate.
Innate treachery.
Yeah.
It's like I have a class, and that's built into it.
class.
Class is traitor.
It's like there's a dice roll at some point, and it's like, if above this, you're the traitor.
B.
It's like, if above 2 on a 6-sided dice.
It's above 1.
My favorite silent ever was Map, though. That was my favorite.
I've never not been a Cylon.
That's true. Even if he starts out the game as
in the
not
in the Battlestar Galactica board game.
Yeah,
That's a good board game.
that's great.
I've never not been one.
Never.
Never. Started out human.
We all start out human, Ryan.
Well, no. 2 out of the 3 times I've played, I've started out Cylon.
I mean in real life.
Yeah, you're silent in real life. So what else have you been doing, Joe?
I think that's it. I think that those are the only things I've really been digging
I
into.
kind of want to play 10 too. I don't know.
I have it because I got the HD remake version.
Did they only put it on like PS2 and PS3 or
They didn't put it on PS3.
Vita and PS? Oh wait, what are you talking about?
10-2?
10-2. It's originally a PS2 game,
Okay.
but it's now on PS3 and PS Vita, and also PS4 in the future.
Weird.
Yeah, I wish they would redo other Final Fantasy games.
That'd be cool.
10-2 had interesting parts to it.
What parts, Ryan?
I don't remember.
You don't remember what parts?
Let's see.
Listeners back home also know that Ryan plays all of the Dead or Alive beach volleyball games. He has a complete collection.
Heck yeah, I modded all of them.
Yes. How'd you mod them, Brian?
To have less revealing outfits.
He changed the physics. Let's just say that much.
Dude,
I modded the game so they actually have more clothes because I enjoy the volleyball gameplay.
Dude, I remember seeing reviews that gave that game a horrible score because there's actually so little volleyball in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that game, dude.
Or the second one where the breast physics had separate breast physics for each breast. It's like, what?
It's important. Yeah, my friend John was playing them and he was trying to defend them. They're like, they're actually a good sport game. I'm like, no.
You're a liar.
Wrong. Incorrect.
But no, I think the dress sphere was kind of a cool idea because you could kind of trade classes in the middle of the battle, and that was kind of a neat thing.
I just like all the Final Fantasies have job classes.
Yeah.
I don't know why that appeals to me.
It bugged me that there weren't any Aeons in it.
Oh.
It's like, what do you mean Yuna can't summon?
Gee.
Well, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, kind of, but
Spoilers. You Yevon, Aeon's the Faith.
Titus is a dream.
Titus is a dream.
But they find him again.
Yeah.
Yeah. They still a dream.
It doesn't make any
Maybe
sense.
after they find him, they can summon things again.
Yeah, who knows?
Final Fantasy X-3. Titus returns.
Lightning.
I would not be surprised if that actually happened. I
What?
really wouldn't. If they made it 10-3.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of pretty much anything after 10 they've forgotten about. Or before 10 they've forgotten about. They do a lot of
they don't care.
They do a lot of really.
They like to bring up 7 a lot and
I would
taunt
not,
people with it and then not do anything with it.
I could see
here's
them,
what 7 could look like if we made it on
I remember
the newer gen console, but we're not going to do it.
I could see them cashing in on that at some point.
If
they needed the money, I could see it happening.
They're really waiting on that one. Like, we need to keep this. We're going to use it.
I feel like they'll wait a while and be like, here you go, money please.
Yeah.
See, I remember reading something a really long time ago, maybe 12 or 15 years ago, where it was an interview with one of the developers, and they're like, "We're going to stop after Final Fantasy 13. After that, we're not going to make any more."
What? Yeah, right.
And
they're never going to stop.
That's too much money.
Yeah.
There's no way.
It's the only thing that Square Enix makes anymore, RPG wise.
Yeah.
Well, they own Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross and
Star Ocean,
and they're not really doing anything with those until recently with Star Ocean.
Didn't Final Fantasy save their company originally?
Yeah. Originally, that was going to be their last game.
That was the name, Final Fantasy. It's our final game.
Final 15 games.
Final 1, 2, 3, 4,
and then a bunch of
20-some games
spin-offs and Final Fantasy Legend.
Great games like Mystic Quest, Revenant Wings, all the classics.
Dirge of Cerberus.
Some of the Crystal Chronicles games.
That anime they had.
Bucket carrying the game.
Chocobo Dungeon.
That's
actually supposed to be pretty good.
I haven't played that.
I heard one of them is not good. Because there's one for Wii and then there's one for...
There's one on the Wii that's a roguelike for kids.
Yeah, I've heard that's actually pretty good.
I heard the DS one's the good one.
Really?
That was the DS one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Chocobo Tales.
Mm.
But they didn't spell Tails it should have been.
Like a...
It also has job classes and stuff in it, doesn't it?
I think so. It's really cool because the art direction that they took with that game, it's like a pop-up book. It's really cool.
What?
Yeah, it's cool looking.
Cool. Okay.
So, on to other stuff because that's what we've been. I don't know. We're all over the place today.
Tangents.
But it's okay.
Yeah, we can do that. This is our podcast.
We do what we
try
want.
to stop us.
That's true. Right. Give us money if you want us to stop.
Pay us money and we'll release more mods.
Yeah.
We'll mod this podcast.
We'll mod the podcast.
We'll put the entire podcast in G major.
Yeah.
And then play it backwards.
Yeah. So
what are we doing now?
Zach, did you have a review to do? Did you want to do a review of Thunderdome?
Our review of Thunderdome. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, Ryan.
You really have to get beyond Thunderdome.
You do have to get beyond it. Which they do pretty quickly, actually. So Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. It's the only PG-13 rated Mad Max of the series. Also probably the worst reviewed, which kind of makes sense to me. I don't know, I kind of approached... I just watched this again recently. I haven't seen it in forever. And I don't know. It doesn't really feel like a movie to me. It feels like the intro to a D&D module because they're building it's like they're going back and building the world. This is how people live in this area, and this is a city, and this is this little civilization over here. It's like an intro to a D&D module to me. But it kind of starts with Max wandering the desert with his little buggy and camels. He gets robbed, has to go to Barter Town to try to get his gear back. He gets roped into this kind of political thing where there's Tina Turner is the leader of the city, and she has a bunch of goons. But there is Master Blaster, who basically runs the energy supply for the town with pig feces.
Cool.
But Master Blaster himself is pretty amazing because it's this, as you find out later, spoiler, Blaster is a mentally handicapped person wearing basically this metal helmet, but this little person is riding him, who's Master. Well, Master is supposed to be a genius, but he talks in incomplete sentences, which kind of confuses me. He's like, "Who run Barter Town?" He talks like that.
He can't.
You do this.
He can't be bogged down with complete sentences. He has too much going on.
He's too busy fixing the power problems.
He's like the fat guy from Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Yeah. Get that package into you. But yeah, so she originally hires Max on to kill Blaster so they can coerce Master into doing whatever they want. Which eventually they go to the Thunderdome, which is confusing because the movie relates to the Thunderdome, but the Thunderdome itself is a 15-20 minute battle. where you're kind of like in a cage strapped to these elastic bands and bouncing around trying to get weapons and kill the other person. But the people they have this
I suddenly understand that one episode of Invader Zim now.
There you go. Yeah. Yep.
But I've actually never seen Thunderdome, so this is fun.
Yeah, but they have these like system of laws, but like mostly the laws just involve chanting things like 2 go in, 1 comes out, 2 go in. 1 so he fights Blaster to the death, but so they fight for a while. But he knocks off his helmet. He's like, "Oh, he's handicapped." He's like, "I won't kill him." And then all of a sudden, like Blaster's like, "Oh, don't hurt me." But he doesn't say that. He doesn't say anything. But then it's like, "Oh, he's innocent." But like Master Blaster has just gone around like in this power plant, like underground. It's called the Underworld. They have these slaves that are like feeding these hogs and tending to them and making the power, and they're like choking these people and like basically abusing them. But then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, Master Blaster's not so bad." It's like, no, he's a monster. Like,
that's awesome.
Like they're terrible. But then they're like good guys from then on, which is really confusing to me. That's like one issue I had with the movie. Because they're like, "Oh, he's good." And then they shoot like Blaster with these crossbow bolts, and then he dies, and then they're like, "Oh, poor him. Poor Master now has to live without Blaster, even though he's a terrible person." But because he won't kill Blaster, then they have to they do this like wheel of judgment that they spin to see like what his punishment will be. And his punishment is gulag, which I thought I was primarily sure was going to be like a prison, because I don't remember much about this movie, because like gulag, like prison.
Right.
No, gulag means you send somebody out in the desert on a horse, or a camel. I can't remember. It was a horse? Yeah, it was a horse. With like wearing like a giant like mascot hat. It's apparently what gulag means in the post-apocalyptic future. Horse dies, so he's just ran in the desert like, "Oh, I'm going to die." Oh, and side note, he has a monkey. I don't remember in Mad Max 2 there being a monkey, but it comes and brings him.
5.
Yeah, no diaper though. I wish I had a diaper. It made it better.
What does he say?
The monkey?
No, the merchant.
I have you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Also one of the best characters of all time.
He means the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey. A monkey is just kind of arbitrarily in the movie. Like, there's no real reason to have the monkey. Like, it's just there to, like, carry things occasionally. But, yeah, it brings him water, keeps him alive. But then he passes out anyway, and then he gets carried off by this woman. Ooh. And then it transitions to this thing where there's, like, this kind of, like, savage utopia. But it's, like, this kind of, like, mountainous region with water and, like, foliage. But there's, like, these wild kids. And they have arrived at this location by crashing up somebody like Captain Phillips. This Captain Phillips that they keep talking about has crashed his plane there, but it carried all these kids.
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
No, he was stranded on an island. He used to work for UPS.
Yeah.
No, it's FedEx.
FedEx. What? Same thing.
Ryan.
Ryan.
What?
Big.
What was I doing? But yeah, so they crashed the kids there. This Captain Phillips had been like kind of instructing them on like how past civilization worked, but I guess at some point they lost this. But they were still kids.
So like, at what point? Like, how far into the movie are we at this point?
This is about halfway through the movie.
So Thunderdome's over.
Yeah, Thunderdome is like 15 minutes.
Well, I guess it is called Beyond Thunderdome.
They've moved beyond it, Joe.
But I don't know why they call it Beyond Thunderdome. Like, you'd think there'd be more thunder, like leading up to the Thunderdome, they'll mention, be like, yeah, there's a Thunderdome, by the way. Well, and then it's
you'd think that this would be the sequel to a movie called Thunderdome.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
Like it like only tangentially like connects to the rest of the series. Like, I don't. But yeah, so they have these kids and they kind of like remember the past, and they're like, they say goofy post-apocalyptic things like skyscraper, but they say like my Raber, like stuff like that, and they like have this like these like records that they think that they can spin to like summon spirits and stuff, just like wackadoo stuff like that. But they think he is like the reincarnation of Captain Phillips, and they're like, "We knew you'd come back," and they like reveal this painting that looks just like him. Looks nothing like a pilot. Nothing will look like Mad Max. Like, what? Where this? But they're like, that's the side, which makes sense, I guess, for the story. But there's no way Like, it makes sense if, like, the pilot, like, was, like, a pilot, like, vaguely looked like him, but no, it's wearing his outfit.
But
What?
You know why it doesn't look like a pilot? Because he's a shrimp boat.
Yeah! It'd make more sense if it was like, yeah, he's a shrimp boat captain. It'd make more sense than a pilot. Oh, my God. I don't get it.
That was good. I approve.
How many Tom Hanks references can we?
I think we're on 2. We can definitely do up
No,
to
we've
10.
done 4.
What do you?
I said to 10.
I don't know how to fit it in.
I said big. Said
You
Captain
said
Phillips.
big.
I said big. Cash and Phillips.
There's no chocolate in this movie.
He was
Castaway.
also an astronaut.
Apollo 13.
Yeah. Well, they almost fly a plane. But
See,
yeah.
he remembered.
Yeah, well, and then they're like, yeah, like, he said he would come back, and we have to keep the history. He said he would return. It's like, yeah, I get it. Religion, whatever. But then they're like, here's the captain's hat. He's like, whatever, I don't want this. Like, throws it in the sky, and it, like, flies away. And they're like, well, that's the sign. And they just book it. And he's like, whatever, and, like, follows them. But there's, like, this plane in the middle of the desert, like, perfectly fine. Just crash landed, perfectly fine. And like, fly us home, Captain. He's like, no. And, like, goes back to the village, and they're all sad. But then, like, half of the kids are like, well, we're just going to go wander off and find another town because we think towns exist because that's how civilization's supposed to be or whatever. I don't know. But then he's like, no, you have to stay. And, like, half the kids stay. Like, it's really weird. Like, these kids, like, some of them are, like, loosely developed characters. Like, you feel like they were supposed to be characters, but then they didn't, like, flesh them out. It's really weird. Huh. But yeah, so some of them leave, and he's like, well, we have to go after them because they're going to Bartertown, and Bartertown's terrible. I don't know why. It doesn't really make any sense. But then he follows them. The kids have been captured. He saves them. Action. Bartertown's destroyed. And then they're escaping from Bartertown on a rail car. I don't know where this railroad is still going through the apocalyptic future. Like, it's a perfectly fine railroad. And they're, like, on this, like, crazy, like, steam car thing. And, like, of course, cars are chasing them. There's a big, it's Mad Max. There's going to be a big car battle thing. Eventually the track ends, but he, like, somehow ends up in the camp of the guy who originally stole his vehicle. But this guy has a plane. So then he's like, we're going to fly 13 people in this tiny makeshift plane thing and get out of here and go back. And then he's like, okay. So they're flying the plane.
So, like, he just gives them his stuff back?
No, like, they pretty much leave everything behind. Like, Max's stuff was in Bartertown. He sees it at one point. He's like, yeah, that's my stuff. And, like, don't worry about it. We'll give you more stuff later. He's like, okay, that's fine. So he never gets his stuff. Like, that's like, the whole impetus for him going to Bartertown. But, so they're flying this plane, cars are chasing him, they're trying to fly the plane off. Oh, we don't have enough runway, and we're at the edge of a cliff. And then he's like, well, turn it around. He's like, we don't have enough runway. He's like, ugh, I'll take care of that. So he, like, gets a car and just crashes into the first car that's coming at them. The first car, the other cars keep going, creating less runway. Plane still gets away. And then he's, like, surrounded, and then Tina Turner's like, whatever, and, like, drives off, and he's like, fine, I'm gonna go wander the desert. Movie over. But, like, the whole, this, like, Lord...
Did he ever grow up again?
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh.
Big reference.
It would have been a lot funnier if he wasn't.
A little kid the whole time.
Gosh. Yeah, this, like, I feel like this movie is supposed to be like Lord of the Flies. I actually looked this up because I was like, this stuff with the kids, like, feels like it was a different movie. Like, it was supposed to be its own movie.
Like, he went and rescued those kids off that
Maybe
island.
the plane that they found was the crash plane of the kids from Lord of the Flies.
That's
after they were rescued.
Like Lord of the Flies. But, yeah, I looked it up, and originally, like, there was a, like, movie script submitted that was just about these kids living in a wasteland, and then they're like, whoa, wasteland? Let's just add Mad Max onto that. And that's exactly how the movie is. It's exactly what it is. But what else really annoyed me? We talked about... The other thing that annoyed me is that they're carrying around all these, like, record players and stuff, and they still have working records even though they're in, like, the middle of the desert, full sun. Like, these records still play, aren't warped or anything. I don't know. It was alright though. I mean, it's an okay movie, but there's just some things that don't make any sense at all.
Are you excited about the new Mad Max movie?
I don't know.
With Tom Hardy?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll probably be alright.
Mad Max, I'm Bane.
I'm too bad they don't have Mel Gibson. That could be
crazy. If we're going to talk about Bane, I liked it before they augmented his voice to make it.
Yeah, he did sound really cool before. Like because they were like, oh, I could understand it. I mean, it was hard, but I mean, if you watch the movie long enough, you would understand him. But then
it doesn't sound good at all now. No, it sounds like he's on a separate track from the rest of the audio.
Oh, hello! It's like really high pitched and it's kind of weird.
Loud, really loud.
Oh, huh. Yeah, that's my review. What's your review, Ryan?
I can't really talk about it because at this time it's new and I don't want to spoil anything. But I pretty much, I've finished now watching all of the Daredevil series on Netflix, season 1. And it's really good.
Is it really that good?
It is actually really good.
I already heard that like been renewed for a new season.
That's good. And it's kind of neat because since it's on Netflix, they can get away with stuff that you couldn't get away with.
Like what?
On TV, like gore. So there's some parts that are kind of gory.
I love gore.
I can't tell you what they are because it'll spoil it.
The gore spoils it?
Yeah, because it's plot relevant gore.
Oh.
Interesting.
Intriguing.
Like, it's really nice, though. And
do you find out they have white blood?
Oh, I hope so.
Good stuff.
With the way it's going, man, it wouldn't surprise me if...
Yeah, it's crazy.
And they keep referencing the Avengers. They keep talking about the incident.
What is that called? The spaghetti incident? Is that what that trope's called? Or they're like, remember that time?
Well, they're like, remember the incident? Because, like, it starts out, and Matt Murdock and, I don't remember what his partner's last name is.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Colin Farrell.
Anyways,
Colin Farrell.
Matt Murdock and Colin Farrell have just opened their, new...
Mr. T.
Yeah, that guy. Mr. T's there, too. He's their lawyer. Not lawyer.
What,
secretary.
You saying he couldn't be a lawyer, man?
Well, no, because they're lawyers. Lawyers don't need a lawyer.
They might.
They are lawyers.
Lawyers. I forgot he's a lawyer.
So they open their business, and they're like, so how much is this?
Wait, Daredevil's a lawyer?
Yes, Daredevil's a lawyer.
Oh.
They open up this business, and they're talking to the real estate agent. She's like, prices have gone way down since the incident.
Since that thing. And then they add a quest marker.
Yeah. And she's like, but, Hell's Kitchen, which is the neighborhood they're in, is going to be so renovated and such soon that you won't even be able to pay for a place like this.
Gentrification. Typical.
Classic.
It's really good. It's good. That's all I got. Because I can't really. I don't want to spoil anything. They do flashbacks rather well because they flashback to
Ben Affleck.
Oh, that'd be bad.
That would be amazing.
That would be
flashback to the other Daredevil.
Oh, I remember.
They need to bring in like the multiverse at some point and just have him meet Ben Affleck.
Oh man!
I remember whenever they did the X-Men First Class movie. Mm-hmm. I remember they did a thing where at the end of the First Class, after the credits, somebody like clipped in scenes from the first X-Men movie with Hugh Jackman in it. I thought that was pretty good.
But Hugh Jackman was in First Class anyways, because
for a second, yeah.
Yeah,
one of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, Daredevil's pretty good. I shall continue to view it as Netflix releases it, and they release things a season at a time, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Kingpin is in it. That's not really a spoiler.
Ryan,
and
I can't watch
it. They kind of give him They really flesh out his backstory too, which is kind of cool. He's not just John Coffee.
Coffee.
And that's all the guy in there, like Green Mile. His name Coffee.
John Coffee. Because he played the Kingpin in the Daredevil movie.
Yeah, he was also in Sin City.
He was also in Green Lantern. Yeah. I think that was his last movie, wasn't it?
It might have been. He's Kilowog.
He wasn't too bad of a Kilowog.
He's the only Green Lantern whose ring makes a noise. And it's like, boom.
Why does it make a noise?
His is the only one that does.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because he's just a big...
Because he's Kilowog.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
He calls people poosers.
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
Posers. Well, I did a review for Final Fantasy X
When did you do the review?
right now.
Do it now.
The thing about this game is, like, can't really review a game
Expunge the review.
that's been around for 10 years.
I mean, you could just give like a...
Yeah.
What's the basic plot? I've only got...
Well-
Have you ever, heard, like, have you ever heard much about it before you played it?
No, I haven't. Like, I know Matt played it a lot, and he liked it, and then, like... But what does Matt's opinion
Exactly.
matter?
So, like, I guess, what did you think of the battle system?
Well,
and stuff,
okay,
and the story?
The story is pretty weak, I think.
Yeah.
That's
the problem I had with playing
like, the characters are really awkward.
Uh-huh.
They don't interact well. I mean, it's typical, like JRPG style. It's like,
Yeah.
and they're friends. And
Eh.
Like, was there any real character that you could, like, identify with?
not
Because-
really identify with.
All of them were like very, almost like stereotype, like stock characters.
Yes, a lot of them are stereotype stock characters, but the one argument that I don't feel like any of the characters grow at all, except for Waka.
Yeah, they're all static.
Waka does grow.
Waka does?
Yes.
That
He has
Waka.
character development.
Well, like he's the only one. Like, voiced by John DiMaggio. He
What?
That's
yeah.
why he has character development. John
that's
DiMaggio
it.
invented
I'm
I
done.
had no idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
But like it starts out with Waka, and he's a blitzball player, and
Probably the best Final Fantasy minigame, by the way.
there is no good.
JK.
There's no good Final Fantasy minigame except for Tetramaster.
Triple Triad wasn't that bad. Like,
Oh,
card game
yeah, okay.
What was that one?
Triple Trial. It
That
was
was
like a
an
card
8.
game.
In what one?
In 8.
Oh,
It was
that explains why I've never. heard
like
of it.
you didn't have to do it, and to get
Yeah.
like the last like cards is almost impossible.
Well, anyway, Waka, his character does grow. Starts out as a blitzball player. Then the story continues, and you hear about his brother Chapu, who was killed in an attack from Sin. But later you find out that they used Albed Machina. Machina. And he used that and it malfunctioned or something, and it killed his brother. Lulu.
Wait, he killed his brother with Machina? Or
No,
The Machina blew up or something
Oh, okay.
when they were fighting Sin. Because
Okay.
he joined the Crusaders, which is a group that is...
That helps the summoner
No,
okay.
Guardians are the
Oh,
ones. The
okay.
Crusaders are the ones that
fight Sin.
fight Sin under the teachings of Yevon or whatever.
Okay.
Religion.
Hey.
So you find out about Lulu, who was
His brother's girlfriend.
fiance.
Fiancé.
They were going to get married, and
Okay.
but later, not only does Waka have to deal with the death of his brother, he has to deal with he quits Blitzball to become a full-time guardian for Yuna, and then he has to deal with but he doesn't know this, but she's actually half Albed, and Waka's kind of and he's kind of Waka's kind of a racist.
Yeah.
So, and then they meet Riku, and
Riku is
100%
Yuna's
Albed.
cousin, by the way.
yeah, they're
What?
yeah. Sid, who is an Albed,
There's a Sid in every Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
it's true, and Sid is Yuna's mother's brother.
Okay.
So-
Gotcha.
Sid is Yuna's uncle.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, Waka overcomes racism, basically.
Comes the hate.
Yeah, he overcomes the hate, and then he also he's a 100% believer in Yevon and the teachings of Yevon.
Which is also why he doesn't like the Albed, because they use...
Machina, which is
Machina.
forbidden.
An abomination.
Das ist verboten.
Bolton.
And Waka begins after everything happens with Seymour and all this bad stuff happens, his
Seymour.
his faith wavers, and then he's no longer a student of Yevon or whatever.
Yeah.
So he comes through a lot of stuff, which I thought was really cool.
I didn't know that.
but the story just kind of like falls flat. It's like, I'm Titus. I'm not really the main character.
He keeps on, but he keeps wanting to be the main character.
Yeah, like he really wants to.
No, this is my story. No, it's really not Titus.
Story.
It's actually kind of Yuna's. Like, the only character I really even liked, and I mean, was Orin.
Yeah, but
he doesn't ever say anything.
He's like your brooding giant sword guy. I know what really happened.
He's basically just like, shut up.
Yeah, he's great.
That's all he.
Yeah,
like, I was with your father.
He's like, you see like those old like, they're kind of like home videos. Of,
yeah.
Like,
God.
They're so funny because like. Orin's character at that point is like really lame.
This.
He's like, but wait, Lord Braska, you can't do that. And Jack's like, shut up, loser.
And then they go off and do it.
Yeah, he's like, but Master. Yeah, Orin's pretty weak early on, like as in like in the home videos. But later he's like really awesome. He's also a ghost.
Yeah.
Of a dream.
Ghost of a dream.
Looks. That's what really. That's
well, he's not really a ghost of a dream because like
all of Zanarkand is a dream.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like
those people.
Orin isn't from Zanarkand.
Yeah, he's
from Spira.
I guess that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just Titus has artificial memories about
right
or something. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
like the Faith go to sleep and they dream of Zanarkand, Unaleska, Jekt, Sin, Titus. I don't know, but anyway,
Kamari.
You only ever really meet
spear.
3 of those guys. 3 of those Ronso guys.
Yeah, you meet like the leader.
Yeah, those.
You meet Kamari and those 2 who are like jerks to him because he doesn't have a horn.
No, that's not why. Like they're a jerk to him because like they fought him. Like Kamari fought. Duel or something, right? Kamari fought. Oh, whatever his name is, and he lost, but he didn't say he lost.
Yeah, dishonorable.
Yeah, dishonorable. You can't say that. He lied, and then he beats him. Like you do the one-on-one fight.
And that's where you get all of your most of your blue magic.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten any, when you go into the Ronso battle, just use Lancet the whole time. You'll get all of his abilities.
I think the game tells you to do that too.
I don't think it does.
Like B2.
Well, maybe it doesn't. I seem to remember the
blue.
At least the American one did, which is like use Lancet.
I know they do that early on in the game, but
that was the only option it let you have, anyways.
Oh, that's weird. But
one of those.
So yeah, story pretty weak. Gameplay is actually really good. I enjoyed the sphere grid. The cool thing about the sphere grid is you collect experience to move around this grid, and you collect these spheres to put in that grid, which can be stat buffs, abilities, that kind of thing. You go through your own specific sphere grid. This is if you're doing standard, I believe, because there's a standard and an expert sphere grid that you can do. But you go around the sphere grid and you basically level up your character. But you can get key spheres, which allow you to go through other people's sphere grids.
Because there's parts where the grids will. It's all one big.
Yeah,
grid,
it's all connected.
And there are parts where like one person's path will connect up to another one. So,
right.
Yeah.
So like you can take Titus through Orin, so he's like he has like a higher strength stat.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can, like what I did is I used basically Yuna is my black mage because her magic stat at this point in my game is way better than Lulu's. And she knows all of her black mage abilities. Lulu might be my strongest character at this point, which is kind of funny. The white mage doesn't really get that.
No, black mages in Final Fantasy always have a lot higher magic ability than white mages. I don't know why they did it like that.
The only reason that I ever, made Lulu stronger is because she can do double cast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anybody can do double cast.
Can't they?
Yeah.
Oh, and then her, is it called Limit Break in that? Overdrive. It's Overdrive.
Yeah.
Her Overdrive is like 3. It's like triple cast or something like that.
Well, no, like however many times you rotate the analog stick is how many times you do that spell. So, like if I did Thundega, I can do that however many times. I can usually do it up to 7 or 8 times.
Oh gosh.
Then just wail on the bad guy. But yeah, so gameplay is really fun. The cool thing about this one is that they hadn't done this before. Is that you could switch out
any of your characters at any point in time in a battle. Granted that you have them in your team. 'Cause certain points in the game, somebody might leave or somebody might...
Or like you need Waka to hit a flying enemy or something.
Right, exactly. And they do like that kind of like rock, paper, scissors kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, Waka does that to the flying guys, Oren does this to the armored guys, and Titus does this
Kamari had something that he...
No, it didn't.
No, he's just generally
unless
useless.
you got a skill from somebody
I
else.
get
that could
blue
do that.
magic.
Even then, like only people that can really hit like flying creatures is like Waka and magic users.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like.
And
Yeah.
Riku can steal stuff from people.
Yeah, Riku's pretty good. I was kind of like skeptical of like how good she was, but like her mixability, like you can poison bosses that can't normally be poisoned if you mix the right things together.
Oh,
Which I poisoned Seymour at one point, which is
jeez.
awesome.
nice.
And my favorite thing to do now at this point is I taught Oren this zombie attack. Whenever he attacks somebody with his sword, they become a zombie, and then I just have Yuna cast life and instantly kill them.
Oh, yeah? I mean, that works.
Which I heard that Jack can be turned into a zombie, like one of the final battles, and you can like insta-kill her. So I'm like, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Then you don't get to listen to the cool metal music.
I could just sit there and listen to it.
That's
Get on
true.
YouTube.
Yeah, or YouTube. So yeah, gameplay is really good. One of the complaints I have is the design of the world of Spira. Like, it's really cool. Like, it's really pretty blues and stuff like that. The water is really cool. But then it gets kind of boring. You have a wood.
Because it's basically all islands, isn't it?
Yeah, like you get like
Well,
woods.
there's some places that I
Mountains.
guess.
Thunder Plains.
Thunder Plains is kind of cool, but like at one point it's just kind of like all the like lands are just kind of like boring. They're not all like Besaid, where it's like really cool like luscious forests and it's all like pretty blue waters and stuff. So it gets kind of old.
Did you get the bonus dungeon? I can't remember what you have to do to get it.
Is it the Omega Ruins
Yeah.
with the ultimate weapon? Yeah, I did find that after I got the space. After I got the
You're supposed to go to him and then
airship.
have Kamari learn a move off of him. I can't remember what it is.
Oh. They do that a lot in those where they have a secret dungeon. There's like a move you can learn from somebody.
My favorite thing to do with Kamari is self-destruct. Although,
That's
like,
always good for it, really.
Yeah, but like he can't come back after that, which kind of sucks. I mean, you could use him; he'll be back in another battle. Is what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
you can't bring back a party member that's been ejected from the battle. Like you can't revive them, and nobody can take their place.
What did you think about how the summoning works in 10?
Summoning's pretty awesome. I was kind of like, I remember Matt telling me like some of the summons weren't that cool, but I like them all. Like even like the unicorn thing, I like that one. Ixion or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the best thing to do, like if you're stuck at a boss, is get all of them on overdrive, like all of your summons,
Yeah.
and then just jump in the battle like, and they're dead.
Yeah.
Bahamut,
He's a little...
Mega Flare
He shows up.
in every Final Fantasy game.
Well, no, I mean
Oh, yeah.
as an actual
All of
like
them do.
person.
Oh yeah,
shows
he's
up.
a Faith.
Yep.
They're all Faiths.
But he's the only one that you like talk to.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm a little boy actually.
I have this design of a wheel on the back of my trench coat.
And it spins when I do flare. But yeah, Final Fantasy X is a fun game. If you're not, I mean, if you want an okay story, it's all right. I don't know if 10-2 makes it any better.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
The premise itself is just like, from Jump Street, is just like,
It kind of gets some parts more confusing.
Another thing that I really, really like is Sin. Like, the design of Sin, the fear that grips Spira because of
like
Sin.
how he's just like a giant whale.
Yeah, he's like a
monster that
giant
shoots viruses
monster.
off of
Like
him.
you don't get that in any other Final Fantasy games. Usually it's like, there's an evil overlord.
what's that one summon that they like call up that's like chained together?
Anima.
That was awesome.
He is awesome.
Seymour has that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Some rules.
It's his
Yeah.
mom.
Oh, yeah.
Unalesca.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awesome. But yeah, Final Fantasy X, good gameplay,
And I
okay
could
story.
spoil something if Joe doesn't mind because he's.
I mean, I beat it. pretty much. I mean, I know what happens
Well,
already.
Jack was Yuna's father's final summon.
Yeah.
That's why he...
Yeah, that's what the whole thing is, like Unalesca. Like, you have to go to her, and you, the summoner, and your friend who has a bond becomes the final summon.
Yeah.
But both die in the process.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Final Fantasy X. Fun game. Yep.
Final battle's crap in that game, though.
Yeah,
It was really dumb.
I like the music.
Well, no, past that. There's another battle past
Yeah,
that.
there's you Yevon.
But it's not even really a battle.
No, you just fight all your summons.
Because you've got...
Basically, yeah.
You have auto life cast on you, and you just...
But you just do it.
You just fight all your summons, which takes forever if you got all the extra ones like I did.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta fight Yojimbo, and gotta fight the Omega
Jimbo.
Sisters.
That one you have to pay him to do things.
You can pay him as much as you want.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you
But-
can do that in some of the other ones.
And then, but you, like, there's certain things you can do to get him to like you, and then if you pay a specific amount, he'll do his ultimate attack, which can just kill bosses in one hit.
Yeah, that's what. There's was it? He was a 9, right? Because you could auto. There's one of them you could auto kill like bosses with, like.
Odin, maybe?
I know Odin does a lot of one-hit KOs, but it's usually never on a boss.
Oh, was that 9 where Odin would one hit KO?
He would kill, like, minion monsters, but he would never... I don't think
Does he show up randomly in 9? Or do you summon him specifically? I can't remember.
Well, he gets summoned and he destroys...
You have to go to like a specific
He
area.
destroys the tree. He destroys the giant, like, cyclone tree with all the rat people in it. I don't know what else you'd call them.
Smiting them.
I don't remember their
Die
names.
scathing.
From Vermisia or whatever. They go to that tree with all like the other rat people that like, and Brand comes in and summons Odin with the help of Kuja, and Odin just like goes in and like nukes the entire tree. It's funny because like you're like it's really like an exhilarating part because you're like you run into like these other guys who are getting like attacked by black mages, and you're like, go that way. Like you have choices, like go that way, this way, or that way. And you do like go that way, and then they go that way and they die. Or if you go that way, they die that way. Like, but it's really like stressful because like they still all like die almost, and then like all right, I saved some people. Boom, and then there's no more.
Yeah.
No more tree.
Smiting them rat people.
That's when Alexander was in that too, as a giant castle with wings.
Yep.
Hey.
Instead of a robot, like he was before.
Well, I can't remember the name of the other one. If you get both pumice pieces and put them together in the synthesis shop in Memoria with the Lucifer shop or whatever, you can put them together, both pumice pieces together to get the mech summon. It's like literally a mech. It's a spaceship that flies out of space, turns into a mech, and then blasts the planet.
Is that Eden?
No, I can't remember its name. I'd have to look it up. But
there's a ton of summons.
Yeah, because Eco and Garnet both had like a different set of summons. They couldn't have the same ones.
Yeah.
I remember Leviathan. That was one of the earlier ones you got.
Carbuncle was one that would do reflect, right?
Yeah, Carbuncle.
I remember bouncing spells off.
That was Eco's one. Because you have to get like those jewels in order to get the different summons.
Yeah. I remember using that to bounce flare and like auto kill people.
Yeah, dude. I just had like VV with. I think all of my characters had auto reflect and then reflect times 2. So anything I reflected would bounce back. Because I would just target my own guys and they would
bounce
reflect.
flare or holy or something and just nuke people.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, we got anything else to cover?
I don't think so. Ryan, did you say something?
I said, I was trying to think.
Well, I guess we should say who we are because we always forget what to do.
I'm Ryan. I don't have anything. I might eventually, though.
Yeah, keep an eye out for Ryan on the internet.
Inverted cyborg. He does karate videos.
Yeah. With
demos. Karate demos.
Demos.
With my robotic arms.
He.
That's what I said.
I am Joe, and I am JBobo on YouTube. JBobo89 specifically. This is Dungeon Key.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Dungeon Key, the podcast.
Yeah, and I'm Zack, CoffeeGrizzly.
On YouTube.
L-Y, not like Bruce Lee.
Grizzly.
I should have done that. Well, anyway, this has been Dungeon Key.
Dungeon Key.
Grizzly. Ba-da.
Doop.